Welcome back, Tiger sports fans, to another episode of Tiger Sports Nation. I'm Lexi Maynor.
And I'm Jack Woods. The women's basketball team won their 7th NCAC tournament this past week. The Tigers opened the tournament with an 89-48 win over Hiram, Lexi. What a win. DePauw was powered by an incredible 27-point first half by Sydney Kopp, which gave DePauw a 44-25-point lead at the half. Tigers never looked back and cruised into the second round of conference play.
The Tigers played OWU in the semifinals. The Battling Bishops started off the game strong with hot shooting from the three-point line and took a 17-9 lead in the first quarter. The Tigers would then find their offense and cut the OWU lead to 28-26 at the half. DePauw would then lock down on defense and hold the Bishops to just 10 points in the second half, and the Tigers would pull away and notch a 62-38 win and advance to the finals. Sydney Kopp led all scorers with 18, and Haley Cange contributed with 10 points as well.
Also, the women faced Denison in the NCAC championship. The game stayed close between the two teams through the first three quarters, with the Tigers leading 48-42. DePauw would then pull away from the Big Red and finish the game on a 13-0 run with a final of 66-47. The tournament MVP, of course, had to be Sydney Kopp. Led the game 28 points and 17 rebounds. Wow. Claire Keefe and Haley Cange both had double-doubles, with Keefe having 19 points and 10 rebounds and Cange with 11 points and 12 rebounds.
The men's basketball team suffered a tough 75-63 loss against Oberlin in the first round of the NCAC tournament to end their season. The Yeomen got off to a fast start and controlled most of the first half with their hot shooting and fast-paced offense, which gave them a 34-27 lead at the half.
The Tigers would fight back in the second half, cutting the Oberlin lead to just one, but Oberlin had a response and pulled away in the last 5 minutes to win 75-63. DePauw was out-rebounded 40-27, and the Yeomen scored 11 more fast break points than the Tigers. Nolan Ginther led DePauw with 19 points, followed by Nick Felke with 16, and Ken Decker came off the bench with 12 points. A very nice job, Ken Decker. The Tigers finished the season with a 11-7 conference record and 14-12 overall. So congrats to the men's team on a great season, and we are excited for what's in store next year, aren't we, Lexi?
Yes, we are. The men's track and field team finished 6th in the NCAC Indoor Track and Field Championships with 48 points. Wabash got first with 207 points. The Tigers were led by Ford Baker, who finished second in the 3,000 meter, followed by Zane Williams in third and Kyle Munns in 6th.
Callaway Bird got third in the 800 meter, and our very own Michael Ocasek finished 4th in the mile, followed by Cole Martin in 6th. Freshman dual sport athlete Evan Mangus tied for 8th in the high jump. The distance medley relay finished 2nd, ran by Martin, Luke Patty, Bird, and Ocasek.
And the women's track and field team placed 7th with 41.5 points in the NCAC Indoor Championships. Ohio Wesleyan finished 1st in the meet. Erin Posh finished 4th in the 400 meter. The Tigers raced well in the mile, with Rachel Delancey finishing 5th, Erica Marchant in 6th, and Jenny Knoll got 8th.
In the 800 meter, Natalie Grushka placed 8th. Emily Wilson tied for 8th in the high jump. The 4x2 ran by Pasch, Charlotte Borland, Grace Traw, and Celie Stoffregan finished 5th. The 4x4 placed 7th, Delancey, Pasch, Stoffregan, and Kate Hennessy.
Good job, girls. Although 14th ranked softball had a week off before they head to Arizona this weekend, Michael Ocasek was able to sit down with sophomores Kate Kilgore and Cami Henry to talk about their season.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Cami Henry and Katie Kilgore. Thank you for joining us. Ladies, how are you doing today?
Good, good. We're tired.
Tired? Yeah.
Long practice.
Well, as the 14th ranked team in the nation, you can expect that you guys are doing some hard work. So kind of going into that, what are some of the training that you've been doing leading into the season?
I personally have spent a ton of time pitching, trying to get my endurance back up. I've been spending a lot of time working on my speed, getting my movement down, and all the pitchers have done that. We've been working rope drills, so that means that we have a rope that's set about knee length, and we have to hit the rope, which is really hard because it's about that big. So it's kind of hard, but that's what we've been doing a lot of. We did that drill today, as well as working a lot of bunts and situational stuff to make sure that we're prepared for Arizona this weekend, where we're playing the top 25 teams in the nation. So.
Yeah, and that should be really exciting. And going into that, how have you guys been game planning to play those teams?
Well, we just have the mentality that, like, any team we play, we can't assume that we're going to beat them right away. We have to make sure that we play inning by inning, and we don't let up. Like, you step on your throat, and you just keep it there. Like, don't let up. You just keep going.
That's Tiger mentality right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Just no stop, can't stop, won't stop. And so you guys had a really successful season last year, which ended in heartbreak in the postseason. What are some things that you guys are working on early seasons? Can be for kind of both you guys. Early season stuff that you're working on to counteract what happened last year.
Yeah, so luckily we get another chance at Trine before we would take them on at regionals again. That's coming up in 2 weeks if you guys want to come out. But we've just really been spending a lot of time working on hitting, getting a lot of those powerful balls, because ultimately that's what kind of took us out, was that we weren't able to hit the long ball and they were. So really working on that, and then just ultimately like sharpening up a lot of the positions that we had last year. We have a lot more experience this year with a lot of veterans, with the sophomore class in particular, 12 people who are a little bit seasoned, like taking the freshmen in, as well as our like great upperclassmen leadership, like really just sharpening what we had from last year and really utilizing the tools that came in this year, and just ultimately making the whole entire package really cohesive for this upcoming season.
Yeah. And the freshman class, how are they meshing so far with the team?
They've actually been meshing really well with us. It doesn't feel like they're the freshmen. I feel like it feels like they've already been a part of this team, and a lot of us already trust them, and we know that they're going to be there. They're going to play their spot right. We feel comfortable with them being anywhere.
Awesome.
Like just like one of us upperclassmen.
Wow. Well, that's great to hear, and we're so glad that you guys are having success early on, and can't wait to see you guys perform in a couple weeks at home.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Super exciting.
And thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the field.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks to both Cami and Katie for coming in, and good luck to our softball team this weekend in Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, good luck, ladies. And the women's lacrosse team was defeated by Chicago 16-3 this past weekend. The Tigers found themselves down 5-0 in the first half until Bria Randolph got DePauw on the board, and then Kaylee Ranjo found the back of the net to make the halftime score 6-2.
The Tigers would surrender 10 goals in the second half, but DePauw would fight to the end as Paige Miller scored DePauw's only goal of the second half. The women will face Hanover on March 4th for their next match.
The men's lacrosse team lost a close match against Capital 14-11 last week. The Tigers fought back and forth with the Crusaders and found themselves tied 6-6 at the half. DePauw would then start the second half strong with 3 straight goals to take a 9-6 lead in the third.
Capital would then respond with 7 straight goals to give them a 13-9 lead with 6:35 left in the fourth. DePauw would answer back with 2 goals of their own, but Capital would score 1 more goal to put the game out of reach. Tyler McCoy, however, tallied 4 goals for the Tigers, and Will Roberts scored 3. Goalkeeper Patrick Lawton had a stellar 20-save performance to keep DePauw in the game. The men's team faces Transylvania on March 4th in search for their first win of the season.
Good luck, men. And the women's tennis team faced Division I opponent Butler last week and fell 7-0. All of the singles competition fell in straight sets except Emma Love, who lost in 3 sets at number 4 singles.
In doubles competition, Meredith Abrita and Emma Love were leading 5-2 until the game was canceled. Number 2 and number 3 doubles both lost in 1 set, and the women's plays Bellarmine on March 15th.
That will wrap up things for this episode of Tiger Sports Nation. Make sure to follow us on social media. Tune in to next week for the next episode. I'm Lexi Maynor.
And I'm Jack Woods, and as always,
Roll Tigs. All right, good job.
Whatever.